I'm Phyllis Shanelsky. I'm secretary of the Echo Heritage Association. This is Joe Ramos. He's the vice president of the association. And with us today is Corinne Harris. Corinne is the artist who has done this lovely rendition of the St. Peter's Church at Echo.
Corinne Harris is actually a former resident of Echo who has created this wonderful painting of St. Peter's, and we now have posted a separate video with the entire presentation of her gift. Now, the first thing the EHA did with the image was to include it in a sign which has been set up outside the church. The sign describes a little about the work of the EHA, it offers an invitation, and then has the contact information for the association. A neighbor there recently told us that about half a dozen or so visitors come by the old church most every week, looking around, taking pictures, and so forth, so the new signage lets them in on what's going on with the old church. Here's Corinne discussing her thoughtfully donated artwork.
This is watercolor, so we'll put this under glass and keep it protected, and you may do with it what you may, but if anyone's curious, it's what one can do with a splash of light and color to a beautiful subject.
Thank you so much, Corinne. We really appreciate it.
Oh, my pleasure.
Yes, thank you very much, Corinne. It's a beautiful painting.
Well, it's a great joy to offer it to a good cause.
Early this year, the EHA made application to Umatilla County Cultural Coalition for funding towards audiovisual equipment. Purchased was a nice tripod, camera, and light with which we make records such as those of our cleanup activities and archive interviews like this one with the Baggerleys.
So, how did you guys get involved with the Echo Church?
Well, I taught catechism over there for a year or two. I don't remember, I think my kid was in it and they got PO'd at me because I write questions down and make them answer I just took them right out of the book, the questions. And I said, they had to learn that way too. And kids got mad. I says, you're going to learn this. And I taught them the prayers. And
how many kids were in your class?
I don't remember.
About 6, 8, 10, 12?
Something about like 6 or something like that. There wasn't very many, but we had them in the church. And we met one day a week. I don't remember what day it was. Really right now I don't. But we had catechism. I taught catechism for the whole year.
Joe also sat down with Charlie Klepney for a nice interview.
And how well did you get to know some of the other parishioners? You said 12 to 15 on average.
I knew that there were like 5 families in this town. Snows, Coppinger, Ramus, Korea.
The complete archive video interview was well over an hour. Here's a little more of Joe and Charlie discussing Echo Life and St. Peter's in the early 1980s.
So did you feel like you were pretty warmly accepted by the folks who were attending Mass here?
Yes. Yeah. You know how I felt warmly accepted? They gave me a bad time with a smile on their face. I also, as I remember when I first came to Echo, because that was one of my, Echo and McNary were my first 2 job sites, okay? And I can still remember the first time I went to the school to introduce myself. And he looked at me and he said, "What are you here for?" And I go, "I'm coming to work. This is my job site." And he goes, "Oh, you're gonna hate it here." I love Echo. I loved it. It was a great place. I don't like the big city. So I'm a city boy that came to learn how to be a country boy. But faith is more than a church. Okay? But I bring my faith to the church. And I have gone through stages. And I have thought about going to other faiths. When I was in school, I found purpose when I came back to this faith. And what I found out is it's just a process. And there's more stuff to know about this faith and this church, for that matter. An analogy would be knowing more about this church. Do you realize the history that's here? It's amazing. I mean, are we talking 1800s? Early 1900s?
1913.
Come on. There are more memories in this building to be explored and found out, just like in someone's faith. In my faith, it goes back thousands of years. And there's things I'm finding out now at 66 I didn't know.
Charlie, in his own words, eventually pretty well described much of how we feel as a heritage association. There is much to learn and to tell. The recorded archive interviews reveal insights into local living and especially church life that will be available now for generations. We'd like to mention that the Umatilla County Cultural Coalition has very graciously offered us assistance, and we want to publicly offer our appreciation for their interest, encouragement, and support in funding the AV equipment. To the UCCC, please accept our appreciation, our sincere thank you. The mission of the Echo Heritage Association is to preserve the history of Echo by restoring, preserving, and enhancing the Echo St. Peter's Church for the benefit of future generations, and to create a business model dedicated to sustaining its preservation and use. On behalf of the EHA, many thanks to those who contribute to this ongoing effort. And for the religious or not, or Catholic or not, in the words of Catholics young and old, well, peace be with you and yours.
That's a take.